What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you already know that when it comes to Call of Duty, Activision, all of this good stuff, it's just more and more and more bad news for the overall Call of Duty community. Again, I kind of saw this one coming, and the community is partially shocked, but I don't really know why, because realistically, it's always bound to happen. No matter what we say, no matter what we do as a community, people will continuously keep feeding Activision's pockets. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and hop into the topic of today's video, if you do enjoy what you hear today and you want to hear a little bit more of this type of stuff, I do post daily videos on this channel. We're grinding to 50,000 subscribers. So if you want to hear some more stuff about Call of Duty Battlefield X Defined, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification button. And last but not least, today is a massive day for Battlefield 2042. Season 5 has officially launched. So if you guys want to see my opinion before I go ahead and make a video about it tomorrow, I will be live streaming it over on Kick. So we'll be doing it for about 4 hours. We'll probably start the stream around 12 to 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time and end it around 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So of course, if you guys want to tune into that, the link to my Kick channel and all my other social medias are down in the description of this video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's probably best if I go ahead and put a disclaimer in front of this video because, clearly a lot of people choose to read the titles instead of just watching the video in general. When I say the Call of Duty community is stupid, or maybe they just don't think anything of that sort, I'm not talking about us as the community. I'm not talking about because a lot of people always think that when it comes to people like us, content creators, over on Twitter, seeing a bunch of people, posting stuff, we always think that our voices are a massive majority. We see people get, videos with 100,000 plus views, or people with tweets with 10,000, 100,000 likes and all this crap that are, talking against COD, and we think that we're making a difference, but we're realistically not. We are a very small portion of the community. So when I say the COD community is, pretty much stupid right now, I'm not talking about you. A lot of you guys who watch my content are very intelligent. You know why Call of Duty is going down this path. You know why these things are happening. You know, business practices. You understand business behind the scenes for this overall franchise. You guys understand what's going on. I'm specifically talking about the, other hundreds of thousands of individuals out there who might just casually hop on COD. It's getting ridiculous at this point. It really is. Because these individuals will complain. They will say they hate the game. They don't want to support it. Yet in that same breath, they will go ahead and buy up all the microtransactions in the store. It makes no logical. And then at the same time, they expect changes. As you guys can see right here, over on Twitter, Charlie Intel put out this tweet saying, the problem with Call of Duty is that while a lot of us are upset with the state of the game, the microtransaction sales continue to perform at a very high pace, which leads the developers to make fewer changes. Black Sail apparently has sold very well for Season 3. I mean, guys, it's true. Why would anybody make any changes towards a game that's making absolute bank? You can even see right here, even though the player count usually does die around this time, it's pretty typical, but the player count is continuously decreasing, as you can see, yet the sales for microtransactions are increasing time and time and time and time again. It's making absolutely no difference that the hype is dying down a bit. And I know, we really want to go ahead and boycott this game. We want to stop playing it. Me, myself, personally, I haven't touched a COD game in so long. I haven't touched Modern Warfare 2 in ages. Ever since I got my free content, I ditched it. Even OG CODs, like World at War that you see here. I haven't touched World at War in like a week plus. I've been just spending my time with Star Wars Battlefront 2, the Titanfall 2 mod, the North Star client mod. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 2042. I've been pretty much playing every game in the world besides COD because I'm just sick and tired of Activision's practices. Whether we're talking about a boycott or not, I just don't want to support it right now. It's just a personal thing that I just don't feel like doing. But a boycott won't work. We want a boycott to work, and I understand it. Trust me, I get the mindset because, like I said, I'm basically practically doing it myself by not playing any COD games. But a boycott won't work. Losing players won't make Activision, look over the shoulder and say, oh, what's happening? What's going on? That's not going to make a difference. What's going to make a difference is how much money they are getting in their pockets, especially when it comes to microtransactions. Maybe back in the day that wasn't that big of a factor, but now in this live service gaming universe that we're in, it's very crucial. Microtransactions are a huge portion of this live service method. So, if that's working, they could care less about everything else across the board. A great example I like to use is Battlefield 2042. The game turned out to be absolute junk. But, EA doesn't care. They made tons of money off of it. Tons of money off of the base sales, just like how Activision makes tons of money off of Call of Duty. But why did Battlefield 2042 get fixed and Call of Duty didn't? Battlefield 2042 had a side mode that completely flopped. So does Modern Warfare 2. Warzone 2 isn't doing that hot. Battlefield 2042 strayed away from its core roots. So did Modern Warfare 2, just with all the other Call of Duty games that have released in the past 3 to 4 years. Same exact thing. Yet Battlefield, EA gave it the support, EA gave it the love, EA allowed DICE to turn it around, compared to Call of Duty, where Activision does not care. The game is turning into absolute junk, but they won't change anything. And I'll tell you why. Because the Battlefield fans voted with their wallets. Even though they purchased the game right off the bat and EA made those sales, again, live service, one of the biggest factors is the microtransactions. Microtransactions are such a huge portion of, the profit that these publishers make on these, more recent games. And the microtransactions flopped. Nobody supported Battlefield 2042. And it doesn't come down to us. Everybody always says the COD community or the Battlefield community, and we think about us. Like I said, the people who are, commenting on YouTube, the people who are on Twitter ranting it up, on Reddit, whatever site you use to talk about games. That's what we always assume the community is, but it's not. It's the mass majority of people out there, the biggest portion of people who don't even look at, social media for any information about these games. But the difference is that the mass majority of people over on Battlefield voted with their wallets. It doesn't matter what we think. The community, the Battlefield community on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Kick, I don't care where you're at. We could have hated Battlefield 2042. But if the mass majority of individuals who don't check social media every 5 seconds enjoyed what they played, then Battlefield 2042 would have saw no fixes. It would have been on the same route as Modern Warfare 2, where they just keep pushing it along, push it along, and push it along. That's what would have happened. But the mass majority didn't like it, they didn't support it, and look what happened to that game. Like I said, EA gave them more support. EA gave them more time and allowed them to fix it up to a point where it's actually playable now. It might not be the best Battlefield game, but it is playable. Same thing with allowing Season 6, potentially a whole brand new year of content coming into the game. I mean, again, that didn't happen because we ranted enough on YouTube. That didn't happen because we complained enough on Twitter. That happened because the community, and like I said, not us, the biggest portion of the community, the casual community, didn't like the game. Switch over to Call of Duty, the biggest portion of the community, they might not like the game. There might be a lot of hate behind Call of Duty. But I'll tell you what, they're still making sales. And, even Infinite Warfare, that game's trailer got so many dislikes, it was absurd. Yet and still, they still made absolute bank off of microtransactions. I understand they bundled Call of Duty 4 remastered with it, but at the end of the day, it still made bank. Okay? We can have millions of people in our little personal community. Like I said, YouTube, Twitter, all of that. We can have our community still hate it with all of those numbers. But if the casual fan base doesn't vote with their pockets, they're going to keep on pushing the crap that they give to us. And that's what's happening here. The fact that the Black Cell bundle has released and it made that much bank is just mind-boggling to me. Because it's not even worth the content. They took away content from the Battle Pass. And they gave you Black Cell bundle content, which was so mediocre, so lazy, so uninspirational, because there's all the same skin. It's not like they had different skins throughout the Black Cell bundle to make it look fresh. No, it's literally the same skin from multiple different operators that you have to grind through. Okay? It's as basic as it gets. Maybe $10 worth. I would pay $10 for that, just for the base Battle Pass to add that content, but they charge you $30 for the Black Cell bundle to go ahead and get this stuff. And it made a fortune. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why we can't see changes. And that is why the Call of Duty community, in my opinion, is just, at this point, I hate being so rude, but they're pretty stupid. Again, like I said, I'm not trying to call you guys out because I'm not calling you guys out. Again, we know, you guys are very smart. You guys know what you're doing. You guys know what you're saying. You guys understand what's happening. But the mass majority of the Call of Duty community, my God, I've never seen so many people talk so much crap about something and then in the same breath go ahead and purchase everything in the store. And not even just that. I want to rewind it a bit back to content creators, because a lot of content creators and influencers do this 24/7 as well. They hate where the game's at. They talk mad smack. They despise everything that's going on, but they purchase stuff in the store. I can't even tell you how many people were pissed off with Warzone 2, yet they have almost every skin in the store. I can't even tell you how many people were pissed off that Activision add pay-to-win methods into the game, yet and still they went ahead and purchased the pay-to-win skins, right in the same breath as them saying that they hate the pay-to-win methods. And why is Activision doing this? This should be removed. This should be changed. Let me ask you an honest question. Do you really, truthfully think that if you tell Activision that you think pay-to-win is horrible, it's scummy, it's schemy, and it should never be introduced into the game, and then you go and buy it, do you think they're going to care? Do you think they're going to listen? No, like, again, I understand for a lot of content creators out there, it could be their jobs. And, these skins and these bundles, it's a part of their day-to-day game experience. So they might want to have something like that. But at the end of the day, I mean, is it really worth it? Do you need that skin to produce content? No, you do not. Do you need the paid-to-win bundle for DMZ to compete with other players in DMZ? No, you do not. Even having an extra character slot, that might be pretty useful. But if you actually hate paid-to-win methods in gaming, that should be a no-go in every possible way. But this is, once again, typical Call of Duty community. I mean, even dating back to loot boxes, everybody's complaining about loot boxes. Everybody hates loot boxes. They're the worst thing ever introduced into gaming, yet and still people will still cough up hundreds, even thousands, just to, roll and get a lucky chance to getting one of the brand new weapons or a skin. Yeah, like I said, it's the same old thing. At some point, if you actually want change, you can get change, but you'll have to stop doing what you're doing. The whole player base for Battlefield 2042, just like Modern Warfare 2, they are not happy with it. But the differences are they didn't go and purchase up the whole store for the game. They didn't support all the battle passes, all the purchases, all the things you can buy within the title, which affected their overall income. So not only did the player count decrease, but it decreased while also the microtransaction sales decreased with them. The overall scene failed. Call of Duty, it could decrease as much as we want. We could boycott it as much as we want, but as long as those microtransactions are skyrocketing, it doesn't matter what your opinion is on Call of Duty, it's going to keep going in the same direction. But, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. If moments I hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat me, there's a way to do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. Link is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.